Welcome to the Power of Offense with Keith and Rodney. And I'm your host, Keith. And right below me on your screen is your host, Rodney.
Greetings, greetings, greetings. Peace to the gods.
Peace to the gods. Today, we're going to discuss this short video that was published by Roland Martin. All right, we're going to discuss this. So let's roll this bean footage.
You want to support Roland Martin Unfiltered? Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real as Roland Martin Unfiltered. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered daily digital show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. You can make this possible.
We're going to keep it black and keep it real right now. You feel me, Rodney?
Absolutely.
I hear what he's saying. But to me, what he's saying is some bullshit. Now, we about to keep it black and keep it real. Let's keep going.
Absolutely.
The story that came out of Michigan that is weird. A man displayed the KKK flag in his home window facing his black neighbor's house, all because she installed a security camera system. Jordana Dings said as soon as she saw the flag, she called state and federal authorities and posted a picture of the flag on her Facebook page. Law enforcement received word of the incident, which prompted officers to go to her neighbor's house and demand her neighbor remove the flag from the window.
Now, I want to stop right there because I think this is a weird ass story too. I really do, Rodney. Now, the reason why I'm saying that is because of this. Now, I don't support no white nationalist movement. I don't support no neo-Nazis, none of that, right? I don't support racism. Why am I saying this? Because I'm not racist, so I don't support racism, right? But that man had a right to put that KKK flag in his damn window, just like she had a right to put cameras up on her house. It's on his property. He has a right to put it up in the window, whether she see it or not. You know, we got to defend that because he has a right to freedom of expression, right? Which is an extension of freedom of speech. So he has a right to that. He has a right to how he feels. And then I'm puzzled because I'm like, okay, she called law enforcement, right? This is what Roland Martin said. And then law enforcement came and demanded that the man remove the flag. That is insane. That man has a right to his property. He has a right to his political opinion, his feelings, his emotions, all of that too.
Yeah, just like if you put a Black Lives Matter or rainbow, the gay rights, lesbian, or all the alphabets, and any other flag that you choose to express, he just foolish enough to express hatred. So she should be happy. At least she know who she lived next door to now, as opposed to him smiling in her face and she thinks that he actually like her when all the time he's goddamn KKK. So at least she ought to know exactly who she's dealing with, and she ought not have moved in that white neighborhood anyway. You know, she should spruce up the black neighborhood and take her money back to our community. So that's exactly where she get want to go to a neighborhood who don't want you, and he's clearly letting you know he don't want your ass there.
She might be trying to start a white flight, you know what I'm saying? Like what happened right here in Prince George's County back in the back in the 70s. She might be trying to start a white flight in that particular neighborhood.
Yeah. It will happen. Let too many of us move in that joint. Watch what happens.
All right, let's keep going.
Dings told the Fox affiliate in Detroit, quote, "The reason the neighbors put the Klan sign up was because I put a camera on my windowsill to record what was happening along the side of my house to protect myself." 3 weeks prior to this, Dings says she installed a security camera because someone put a container filled with gasoline in her dumpster. She was hoping to catch the alleged culprit if it were to happen again. So far, prosecutors will soon decide whether to file charges against her neighbor.
What? Prosecutors are deciding whether to file charges against her neighbor. How are you gonna file charges when no crime happened? I mean, as far as my knowledge from now, we're dealing with the story based upon what Roland Martin is saying, right? The man never threatened her. The man never physically touched her. He didn't even exchange words with her verbally, right? So it's no type of threat. How are they gonna file criminal charges against him? That doesn't even make sense. There's no injury. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, those are just charges that will stick if he has a fool for a lawyer, or if he understands his own law and file a countersuit for even harassing him having to defend such a claim.
Exactly.
You know, he has a right to be racist. He has a right to be part of an organization called the Ku Klux Klan, who's a chartered, I think it's a chartered corporation, something like that. So he has a right to be a part of that. You know what I'm saying? So there's no crime in being affiliated with a murderous group of individuals who has a long history of oppression and murder and rape and everything else. But at the same time, he does have a right to be a part of that, and he has a right to let you know he's a part of it. The flag was for letting her know who lives next door to her. So in order, you know what I'm saying, to file any types of charges, it must be somewhere either a Democratic state, a Democratic prosecutor, or someone who's just following that ideology.
Right.
You know, and it could be a Republican. You know, it could be a Republican. I'm not saying it's not a Republican because a lot of them say democracy too and mean it. But go ahead.
You're right. I mean, it's ridiculous. You know, going off the story based upon what Roland Martin is saying, it's ridiculous what's happening to the guy next door. You know what I'm saying? My thing is this: everybody has a right to how they feel, just like she does. Just like she has a right to put the cameras up to protect herself, right? She has a right to view everything that's happening on her property. The same way she has a right to do those things, that man has a right to display that flag and represent who he is. And that's basically what Rodney is saying. We're saying the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That is utterly ridiculous. But let's keep going.
Really? Hey, you know, Michael, folks plan on protesting, standing with that sister in Michigan. They sure as hell should, and make it perfectly clear to her white neighbor, you threaten this black woman, we gonna stand with her.
Hold up, stop right there. Stop right there. What does he mean threaten her?
Exactly.
So is he saying the fact that this racist person who's in the Ku Klux Klan or is close related to it is a threat by letting his neighbor know who he is? That's not a threat. That's really, some people will call it honesty.
That's what I call it. You know what I mean? I call it the same thing. I call it honesty. I don't call it a threat. Again, the lady didn't say anything about any type of verbal altercation. So he didn't verbally threaten her. The man did not come on her property, or she don't have any evidence that he came on her property and even put the gasoline cans on her property.
Yeah.
She don't even have proof of that. So I'm like, this whole thing is ridiculous that they're saying on his show. It's just utterly ridiculous. And again, to me, that's that mob rule type of mentality.
Well,
where you want to force people to feel the way that you do.
Yeah, unfortunately, we have people that look like us, and this is a prime example. People who look like us, who is for that establishment and who is for that democracy. You know, and unfortunately, Mr. Martin appears to be one of them. So, I mean,
exactly,
that's just who we have against us, and he's prominent to a lot of people. And also he has a what you call him, like a platform.
Yes.
He has a platform to continue to mislead those who was miseducated, misinformed, and are unintelligent as a result of the first two. So he's just taking advantage of a situation. And,
absolutely.
And he definitely lets you know when he throws his appreciation sign up. If you look at some of his pictures, how he formed his hands, you know, that's a sign of appreciation and letting them know that he's with the system.
Absolutely. Because all I hear is emotion, impulse. That's all I hear. I hear people trying to force their prejudice and their opinions on other people when I'm hearing the story. That's what I hear. You know what I'm saying, Rodney?
Yeah.
It sounds like, again, they have this mob type of mentality that everybody's supposed to feel the way that they do, right? Everybody don't like black people, and they don't have to. Just like black people don't have to like anybody else.
Yeah.
You know? But let's keep going.
Yeah.
Totally agree with that, and I'm sure there's probably some activists here in Detroit I know who will be protesting. This took place in Grosse Pointe Park, Michigan. Okay, so they, Grosse Pointe Park, Michigan, they have it's a suburb of Detroit, a white suburb of Detroit.
You called it, Rodney. You
Yeah.
said probably a white area. So I mean, he's flying his flag hopefully to push her out the neighborhood. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And
That's
he
what
has
I'm
a
saying.
right to do it. He
Yeah,
did
that's
again.
right. Yeah.
Didn't threaten her verbally. He didn't say anything to her. She don't have no evidence that he went over on her property and caused any type of vandalism or anything of that nature. So what she's saying, in my opinion, is moot. It's moot.
So they do have a history of racism and things like this against African Americans. And I think also at the same time, with greater attention coming to this, I think you will probably have some white people in Grosse Pointe Park that will stand up in opposition to what this neighbor is doing as well. But yeah, this is just ridiculous. And this person, I want to know, where was this person on January 6th? This person that hung the KKK uniform up. Where were they on January 6th, 2021? Were they here in Michigan, or were they at the U.S. Capitol? I'm just curious.
Now I'm gonna cut it off right there, man. That again, they throwing out stuff that has nothing to do with the story, man. They trying to reach their listeners and their viewers, man, to rile those emotions up, those impulses. You know what I'm saying, Rodney?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Again, not dealing with any type of logic, any type of reason. They just want to deal with emotions and impulse because she didn't like the fact the man put up a KKK sign.
She doesn't like the fact that a person told her who they was. That's all he did. I don't understand why she mad at that.
And an encroachment upon his rights is an encroachment upon her rights. And that's what we must keep in mind as a people. You know what I'm saying, Rodney?
Absolutely.
We got to keep that in mind. And I mean, I'm pretty much, I don't really have much more to say. So,
yeah, that's it. It's not a lot. It's just a freedom of expression. That's a First Amendment protected right. So,
absolutely,
that's it.
So again, I'd like to say we appreciate all our listeners. Please share, like, and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
Excellent. Thank you. Peace.